She's a mess, but this is the best way to clean it. All right, we are on our last item of my 2 hours with you today on our gifts for the guy with Guy. And this is another one of those gifts that can be for a guy, a gal, could be for your kids, whatever you want. I especially like to direct this presentation towards anybody who's a senior out there, our senior friends especially, because I don't know about you, I still have house phones in my house. My mother will only use her house phones. She's like, no, I know how to use it, I love them. Is it time for a new set of phones? How long have you had those old, crappy phones laying around? They don't charge right. You can't see them because the buttons are too small. They're overcomplicated. There's all this stuff you don't need. Well, Dex gives us a corded and cordless set of phones in a 3-piece handset system. What I love about this system right out of the gate, compact, easy to use, easy to read. I wear glasses, so it makes it very easy. When you look at the actual handset, you'll notice, look at how big the numbers are on the handset. That's a big deal. A lot of them, it's a button that sticks out. It's hard for tired or shaky fingers to be able to access. This is easy. You have a nice backlit screen over here. It doesn't weigh much. It's lightweight and portable. Everybody that orders today is gonna get 3 of these. You get 2, which are cordless phones. They have a charger that comes with it, little cradle, and you also get one that's the main station that has the answering system built in. Every day of the week, this would be $149. Today we dropped the price by $40. We call this the most user-friendly. So if you've got parents or it's you or grandparents that say, I can't use a cell phone, it's too hard, it's too small, my hands shake, and they still rely on their old phones, get them a new set of phones. You get all 3 at $40 off and free shipping and handling, lots of other features, crystal clear reception. Stephanie McKee's, one of our expert electronics people, is here with us today.
Hi,
it's good
Guy.
to see you.
It's great to see you.
I love this. They're stylish.
Yes.
But you and I talked before the show. They're easy.
So easy.
Phones should not be complicated.
You can set this up. Here's how you know that you can set it up. You put in a battery, you plug in the phone cord that comes with it, you plug in this cord to the wall, you're done. You're set up. You're ready to go. That's it. These batteries are great. They're rechargeable. This phone will stay working for 10 hours on its own. Perfect in an emergency situation when you need to make a phone call, but maybe the power has gone out. So easy to use. I'm going to press the green button. I'm going to go down here to redial, handy little feature there that it remembers the last number you called. And I'm going to press the green again for speakerphone so you can hear it.
I love speakerphone.
Hey, Josh, what time is our meeting on Friday?
The meeting's at noon.
Okay, I'll see you there. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye. So nice to have that loud audio, speakerphone. If you want to be putting away your groceries, washing dishes while you're catching up with friends and family, you can do that here. Another cool feature with the 3 handsets is down here. You can press intercom. I'm gonna call handset 2. So maybe you're working in your office in one room and your son's in the kitchen. You know, Guy could be over there and pick it up and use it. So all the handsets connect like walkie-talkies.
So you can talk to each other.
Yeah, it's pretty
cool.
nice.
Kids won't wake up, you can get them up.
Yeah, that's true. Use it as an alarm. It has an alarm feature in here, but use the intercom feature as an alarm. Now let's talk about the answering machine too, because it's so nice to have a little, small, contained answering machine.
Look at how easy that is.
Yep,
There's not 1,000 buttons on it.
So here's how you record an answering machine. You press this button down. Hi, you reached Stephanie. Leave a message. Okay, that's it. And then
you reached Stephanie. Leave a message.
Easy.
Okay, so when someone calls the landline, they get that answering machine there. You just press play to play all of your voicemails. So nice.
It's one of those things. And listen, you may have had the same phones for like 5 or 10 years. You have to upgrade, you have to get new ones. These come with everything that you need, all the batteries, everything is good to go. They recharge themselves. Stephanie's gonna talk to you about some of the features of how long the charge lasts and all that, because it's important, especially power failures and things like that. My mom's 91 years old, and that's what she worries about. She worries about, what if the power goes out? Who am I gonna call?
How will I get in touch with someone?
My mom has slight tremors in one hand, so it's really hard for her. She can't use a cell phone. She keeps asking for one. I'm like, Ma, we tried this before.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, she wants one basically to play so she can gamble and play games and stuff like that. But as far as right now, when I call her, she picks up her house phone.
You need a phone,
She needs a house phone. Not only that, when your cell phone dies, what's your backup? I mean, if you don't have a backup, what do you do in an emergency? My phone died, call me on my call me on my house phone, right? And these don't have any of the ridiculous, there's a lot of phones that are over-designed that have all these features that 99% of you are never gonna use, like my mom. And I'm like, you need a reliable set of great phones, and that's what these have. Also, the signal. I don't know about you, but my cell phone, if I'm in a certain part of my house, it sucks.
Yeah.
My house phones always work.
You always have the
Cell
signal
phone,
when
it's
you're
like,
plugged
why?
in.
Because I'm not getting good reception for a bunch of reasons. I have a block house. It could be a million different reasons. But when you have a wired signal coming into your house and not a wireless like your cell phone, you're always going to get a true signal, especially in emergencies. Got to call the fire department, police department, whatever. If your phone isn't getting a signal, you're in big trouble. So this is a great backup for that. Actually, when you think about it, everybody should have a backup for everything. You really should.
Peace of mind.
I don't get on an airplane with one propeller. I prefer to have two or two engines. Because I'm like, dude, if one goes out, I'm gliding?
Right.
That's not a good answer.
Because, Guy, when there's an emergency, if the power goes out, that's not the time to figure out a new plan.
Right.
You know, now you have the chance to just know for sure that you have that landline.
Right, if the phone lines are still up, you have a battery backup of this of how long?
Yeah, so 10 hours, that's like a full day of use. You could be on the phone coordinating emergency, you know, care for 10 hours. And this is over 4 days, 120 hours of resting battery life. So those batteries that I showed you on the back when we started, the batteries are rechargeable. So even if this is not plugged into the wall, when they're charged up, they last for days.
Yeah, and again, you're getting 3 phones. All right, a lot of times you get one with an answering machine. It's nice to have 3. So maybe you've got a garage that's workroom, and you want to put one phone out there. If you're younger and still have kids, you want to give your kid his first phone. That's a really cool thing, so they're not hogging the phone all day.
Yeah, it's in their room.
Right, and they might be too young for a cell phone. Listen, I'm not poo-pooing cell phones. Most of us have them. All I'm saying is, I still have a house phone. In fact, I've got an old-fashioned, one that you hang. Yeah, it's decorative. But I also have 2 other satellite phones that I have in the rooms just in case.
Yeah.
Because you never know. And that intercom feature is great to use too. So, the next thing I want to talk about is the signal. I said before I started talking with Stephanie about, I don't get a great signal on my cell phone everywhere I go. I always get a really good signal on my house phones because my house phones are Dex 6.0. What Dex 6.0 is 1.9 gigahertz, okay? What that means is that's the signal that the phone connects on. Things like your microwave. Yeah, it's the wavelength. Things like your microwave and other electronic devices that you may have, right? Your Wi-Fi, different things, they travel on a higher wavelength. So if you get a phone that's on the same wavelength as all your other electronics, they're competing on that wavelength. So you're gonna get static, you're gonna get breakup in calls. This travels on its own unique wavelength, which is 1.9 gigahertz. So you're always gonna have a crystal clear signal. And I know the frustration. It's funny, when I'm at my mom's house, God bless her, I love my mom, but when I'm at her house, sometimes she picks up her phone, and because she has a hard time hearing, it drives her crazy, and she thinks it's the signal.
You gotta have that high volume.
I'm like, Ma, it's not the signal. It's just, you just have to turn it up a little bit. You can turn it up or turn it down. I mean, it's a brand new, fresh set of phones. It's gonna be crystal clear, less hassle, and also with the brand new battery in it, because your old phones have rechargeable batteries. I bet you haven't changed the batteries. And rechargeable batteries don't last forever.
That's right.
These are fresh and clean, brand new.
And they work for so long.
Yeah.
10 hours is just such a nice thing to know that you can rely on in an emergency situation. Nice to take care of that now and have a dedicated landline. Maybe the landline number is the number you give your family only. So if you have other phones ringing off the hook for a million reasons, this landline maybe is just for those most important people in your life. Maybe it's for a business. Because you're getting 3, maybe there's one in the conference room for the conference calls, one at the front desk, one in the storeroom. This is something that has a very loud ringer. So if you're someone that, your hearing isn't what it used to be, you can go into the bass settings here and you can adjust the ringtone to be very loud. There's 10 different melodies, which I love, including one that's a bit festive for the holidays.
I like that.
Ooh, little Fur-Elise.
Yeah.
Classic. I'm trying to get to the Christmas one. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Do.
Oh, let's listen.
It's cute. We'll make that our ringtone. So it's just really fun. I mean, you can call these from different parts in your house. Of course,
I didn't
you
know
can
it did that.
do outgoing calls. I love that. I love the 10 different melodies.
I've never heard a house phone that you can do the different. You can do it a Christmas ring.
Christmas song.
So it has a lot of the fun features that you have with your regular cell phone, but again, it's not complicated.
So simple.
When we, as I said, when Stephanie and I sat down, I said I didn't talk too much about Mom, but I'm like, the problem with house phones that because most people that use house phones are either older